Hi, this is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise. In an earlier episode of these trail stories, I talked about Jennifer Farr Davis, and that in 2012 she hiked the Appalachian 46 days and set the record for men and women, became a National Geographic Athlete of the Year, among other things. Her mentor and trainer to a certain extent was a gentleman named Doyle. Warren is a legend on the Appalachian Trail. Almost everybody knows his name. Probably very few people know him, but he has hiked the trail many times, maybe as many as 12 times. And from every 5 years, he was taking a group of people out, maybe 20 people, as many as 20 people, and hiking the trail at a fairly fast pace from south to north. Well, 2010 was one of those years, and I was in Munson, Maine, doing a section of the trail, and I learned that Warren was going to be there with his group of hikers. And so I asked Jen Davis if I could meet Warren, and not only did she set up an opportunity for me to meet him, but also to hike with him. Now let me tell you, I've made many mistakes on the Appalachian Trail, but hiking with Warren Doyle was the biggest mistake I ever made, but it had a funny ending. Warren is in amazing shape. I don't know how old he is, but let's say he's 60, but could hike the trail as if he was a 20-year-old. In fact, when I first started hiking with him that day, I thought he was dancing the trail, not hiking the trail. And I had a very hard time staying up with him. In fact, what happened was he would get way ahead of me, then sit and make phone calls and do other things and wait for me to pass, let me get way ahead of him, then he would kind of leapfrog. And so all day long, I'm sort of being semi-humiliated with this hike with this legend. Then we get to this last shelter, it's like dark. And he suggests to me, well, why don't you just spend the night here? And I knew what he was doing. He wanted to get off the trail quickly and he didn't want to wait for me anymore. That, on the other hand, brought out the competitor in me, and I said, okay, I'm going to show you. And so I start out as we had been doing before him. But I don't start out as just a normal hike. I literally start jogging in the dark. I had a headlamp, but I got so far ahead of him that he got scared I'd gotten lost. When he finally catches me about 2 miles from the terminus of our day there, I think my feeling is he sat down, we talked about his theories of his philosophy of the trail, and we had a great time. But I finally think I won just a little tiny bit of respect for him because I had gotten so far ahead of him that he had to hike to catch up to me. This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise.